one? Or two?
Yes, I can see your face, I can see your face, I can see your face.
But 1,000 people getting free cataract removal.
Don't cry, man.
I can see everybody's facial features now. It's a little blurry with my tears coming out.
The surgery is paid for by Jimmy Donaldson, better known online as Mr. Beast.
Why do you preach about rich people not helping when you never give a cent back? I have given more money to charities and funds that I believe in and raised more money for funds and charities and activism that I believe in than you ever will. And that's not even your fault, to be real. I probably have given more of a percentage of my income in comparison to you as well. But even then, like, charity itself is not a solution to systemic issues. You are just running off the idea that I don't do that because that makes you feel like I'm a better villain in your mind, but it's not true. If you do care about the truth in this circumstance, you know, it's not true what you think. Why do you always answer these people? I don't know. I want to be charitable. I you know. No, I didn't know. Lots of streamers don't. Oh, okay. So why'd you run with that argument then if you didn't know personally? There you go. You said I never give a cent. So why did you say that? Sorry. Okay, no problem. Also, I never even like shit on Jimmy. That's the other part of it. Like a lot of people have understand where they're coming from because it reeks of like poverty porn and feel good stories. And that's something that genuinely brings a lot of disdain especially from leftists. But I haven't. I think that there are infinitely worse content creators out there that deserve people getting mad at them. I don't think he himself is one of those people. I think he's just like, this is a net benefit overall. I don't have an issue with it, especially because it's like tied to real charity oftentimes. You know what I mean? If it wasn't, and if it was just like, oh, here, I found a homeless person, maybe some of his earlier work might have been like that. But like, there's a lot of people on TikTok that just like literally film random homeless people, put a fucking phone in their faces, and like that stuff is way grosser, I think, than this dude who's like literally, you know, funding the charity causes that he's filming, ultimately. And the process itself is a self-funding vehicle.
They can't see, but we have all the technology to fix it.
Yep.
And ultimately, I think he does think that it's ridiculous that these governments are not stepping in.
Half of all the blindness in the world is people who need a 10-minute surgery.
The most followed individual on YouTube, teaming up with ophthalmologist Jeff Levinson in Jacksonville, Florida. Dr. Levinson's Gift of Sight program provides free cataract surgery to uninsured patients who are legally blind due to cataracts.
Everything looks so more clear.
Yeah. To make this day even more special, since you're about to graduate high school and go to college, we wanted to give you $50,000 to put towards college.
Giving back has been important to Mr. Beast since he first started making money on YouTube.
I just got my first brand deal for $10,000, and I just gave it away. So I just literally, I got it, and then I went outside and I gave it to a homeless person.
And with this latest stunt, Mr. Beast paying it forward across international borders.
Nearly half the population with curable blindness doesn't have access to this surgery. So I wanted to provide this to as many people as possible.
The video racking up more than 40 million views in less than a day. The #1 trending video on YouTube.
Did Mr. Beast double check if these people deserve sight? I mean, if they're all they're gonna do is watch anime, I don't know. Agreed, dude. I hope he did a fucking background check. You know what I'm saying?
Weekend.
You know, so many people think this, you know, people on YouTube are just, it's just all
Drama, BS,
yeah.
exactly.
Silliness, yeah. And you guys are focused on so much.
I feel most of Mr. Beast's content is poverty porn, to be honest. Brother, listen, the dude next to him literally makes a living off of, also gets billions of fucking, billions of views by like exploding boxes in front of like some of the poorest motherfuckers who are so desperate that they're like porch pirates, okay? Some of the dudes who are like literally stealing isn't that what it's called? Dudes who like steal shit off of porches, okay? So like, I think if you have both of these dudes on, on camera, one guy is literally at the very least fucking, exclusively doing content that like revolves around unironic charities that he turns into. Yeah. Also, one guy has a Jimmy Fallon deal, okay? Or something of the like. I don't even know. I think he has, right? Didn't Jimmy Fallon like turn it into a segment on his shit? Porch piracy sucks though. Like, I'm not rich either, bro. Don't take my package. No, I understand. I get it. Like, no, I mean, come on. This shit happens to me too. And I'm obviously in a profoundly more privileged position, so it doesn't really matter to me as much. But I totally get it. Like, I've had shit stolen from me when I had no fucking money. Okay, trust me, I know. But ultimately, like, I get why it creates this like weird, icky feeling when you watch that shit. I get why it creates an icky feeling when you watch like Mr. Beast videos, but like getting mad at him is insane. Like I don't know. He's just not. He's just making literally the most like bottom of the barrel, basic content, and almost all of it revolves around like raising funds for whatever charity the content is about. And I don't know what it is. I don't know. I don't get it. I'm not saying he's a real socialist or anything like that. But like if you watch any of his videos and you get upset at him instead of like upset at the system that has created such a gigantic fucking need for this kind of philanthropy to exist, I don't know what to tell you. Like it's literally, it's healthcare that's not free that is fucked up. Okay, it's not him making videos off of it while also funding it too with those videos.
So many good things.
Which is something I would like to
I don't get how people thought you were shitting on Mr. Beast. I don't know either.
add. Like most creators, like I messaged thousands.
Rephrase bottom of the barrel. People are going to take that as an insult. I mean, it's like his videos, like he has complex and interesting videos, but when he does like we're giving people $10,000 while also fixing their eyesight, like that's just, it's just normie stuff. I mean, like it's appealing to as many normies as possible. And there's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, I don't mean bottom of the barrel. Lowest common denominator. So I don't really get it. Maybe people shit on him because they like, it just feels, he feels accessible. You know what I mean? I think that's probably what it is. And the reason why I always take the position where it's like, the reason why I take the position that I take on his content is because like it's inoffensive. Like it's literally designed to be inoffensive, and you are trying to find offense in an otherwise inoffensive video that also is like literally a funding mechanism for a philanthropy. I am no fan of the 501c3 process. Okay, I think that a lot of them are scams, but ultimately, like, I don't know. I don't find it offensive. I don't know how to describe it. But then again, plenty of people fucking despise me because I'm constantly chirping about all the issues, right? And they say, why don't you be like Mr. Beast? Which is ironic. You know what's funny? Actually, now that I think about it, a lot of leftists who get mad at Mr. Beast want me to be Mr. Beast, but for socialism. Now that I just realized it. Like, so many motherfuckers are like, dude, fuck Mr. Beast and fuck you too, Hasan. And then if I ask them like what they want me to do, they're like, literally be Mr. Beast, but socialistly. Which leads me to believe that if I just completely restructured if I completely restructured my content and didn't have to actually fucking deal with like parasocial fucking weirdos all day, every day that are 30-month subscribers so they can just like say some deeply unhinged shit. Like cutting shit that like in other circumstances would make you look like an absolute sociopath. Like, can you imagine walking up to someone and being like, bro, your hairline looks like shit today. I don't know you. You don't know me. And I just walked up to you and I said, bro, your hairline looks like shit today. Like, you just look old and you look like shit today. I'm going to make you feel bad about your circumstances. And it's that person probably didn't even do it because he was like intentionally trying to be mean. He just let it slip without even realizing, because that's the dynamic we have here, which it shouldn't be that way. Anyway, the point I was going to make is maybe it would be better if I just like quit Twitch and did that instead. Then I wouldn't have to deal with all the fucking random weirdos in the chat. However, it does seem like a lot of the people that yell at Mr. would probably yell at me in the same exact way.
Almost every single one of them was like, yes, how can I help? They weren't like, what's in it for me? Or I don't know. Like, they're like genuinely, I was shocked.
Dr. Levinson, the ophthalmologist, says when he first got the phone call from Mr. Beast's team in September, he had no idea who he was and almost hung up the phone. He now knows who Mr. Beast is and says he's very glad he didn't hang up. Andrea?
40 million views later, I am sure. And, you know, at the very least, this also spreads awareness. Some 80% of, or more than half of Americans aged over 80 need cataract surgery.
Mr. Beast is like the best example of doing insane charity work and people still yell at him. Yeah, because charity is not a fucking solution, and I think everyone fundamentally understands that. I think if charity solved problems, if charity genuinely solved problems, there would be no need for charity. Eventually, you know what I mean? But it doesn't. And that's, I think people deep down, people kind of recognize that, and it frustrates them. So they see it for what it is, which is like PR for the most part. But ultimately, it's like you're doing good while you're also doing PR. So, you know, the way I see it is like Venn diagram of Mr. Beast plus HasanAbi haters. It did raise awareness and get tons of people talking. Also, what profits? The average Mr. Beast video lost 1.5 million last year. Lol. The Surfs are not a hater of mine, and they have been hypercritical of Mr. Beast. You know, this video was not great, the solitary confinement one. I've criticized that one too. People honestly praising Mr. Beast yet again. This guy does poverty tourism for cash. If he pays persons, medical bills, lottery style without informing anyone with his platform, that's fucked up. He needs to do that. He's just profiting off his ability to do so. I mean, he's he's funding the very same. He's funding the very same charities that he's like making money off of by making these videos. You know what I mean? He means one channel loss or 1.5 million or all of them? No, he's saying like the average Mr. Beast video lost $1.5 million last year. Oh, yeah. You know what? I think you're being charitable to people. I don't think most people think about charity any deeper than, oh, I'm doing a good thing. No, I'm talking about people who criticize Mr. Beast. Most people just see, oh, what a good guy. He's a wonderful guy. He's raising money. That's like what the Norman take is, which is why I also think it's like super counterproductive. It's also literally, legitimately super counterproductive to shit on someone like Mr. Beast in general if you're a leftist, especially because like there are infinitely worse targets to fucking criticize. And the only thing you do when you get mad at him, because it does make you feel icky, because he is like putting poor people on camera like that. It makes you feel icky, okay? But like when you get mad at him, who is like, you know, generating some level of value for the same profits that he's making videos on, okay? You sound like an unhinged person to the normies. That's just the reality. Like if we're going to talk about the optics of the situation, yeah, most people don't even think about it. They think, oh, what a good guy. What a great guy. It's a battle that not only you shouldn't fight because, like, why the fuck are you fighting that battle? Because there's infinitely better targets to get mad at, okay? But also, it's a battle that left is literally yelling at a guy who's curing the blind. We're never getting socialism, dog. It's like, it's a battle that you're not going to win, and is it a battle that you should win? You know what I mean? That's my point. Like, what good will come of you? Let's say all the Twitter leftists. To go with my last message, my meds just to walk around normally and open my hands normally are $60,000 a year. If I didn't have insurance, I would never get mad at a rich motherfucker helping the hopeless. Yeah, it's like this. Let's say Twitter leftists were correct, and like Mr.Beast inevitably gets like canceled or something in a hypothetical scenario where people actually take Twitter leftists seriously instead of fucking immediately laugh at them and say, you're a fucking communist, you're a fucking loser, shut the fuck up, you fucking loser. I hope you go to jail in the fascist future that I will vote for inevitably, okay? Because that's literally what, like, the average normie's perspective to like the average fucking leftist on the internet is literally like, I would do fascism to you. I would kill you with the police force if I could, simply because you're a nuisance and all of the other Red Scare propaganda that I've been conditioned into believing. Okay? So, like, those normies see you, but let's say in this real world, in this hypothetical world, they listened to you for once and they fucking canceled Mr.Beast. Okay? They were like, you're right, man. He's doing poverty porn and that's unethical. What did you solve? Did you solve a problem? Did you solve any problem? Let's say you're correct and people were like, wow, what the fuck? I've been struck by lightning, it feels like. Now I believe in the principles of dialectical materialism. I'm analyzing everything from your lens now. You took Mr.Beast away. You took him down. What happened? What was the outcome of that is like literally a positive? Because I can't see it. I try, because I get that feeling, that icky feeling that you get when I watch some of these videos. I get that same icky feeling in my heart where I'm like, there's something off about this and I can't really verbalize what it is, right? But what is the net benefit of getting people to go, fuck Mr.Beast? What would that solve? So that's why I look at this and I think, I put the pros and cons together and I'm like, there is no fucking reason to yell at this man. Like, there is literally no reason. It makes you look like a psycho, okay? It makes you look like a psycho. There is no systemic analysis associated with it. Like, I criticize the system. I watch that video and I get mad. Why do I get mad? Not because I get mad at Mr.Beast. I get mad at the fact that people don't have this basic fucking healthcare service given to them for free, okay? And people still yell at me. They say, fuck you, Hasan. You're a fucking piece of shit. How dare you bring up, like, free healthcare? I fucking hate you. You should kill yourself. How much help have you done, right? But that's my take, ultimately. They hate Mr.Beast because capitalism or something. I hate Mr.Beast because his editing gives me seizures. We are not the same. Okay, well, that's because you're too old to be watching Mr.Beast videos. That's the reality.